Hi, hello, my name's Ollie Bliss and this is my channel Book Draw. For those who don't know, I enjoy looking at queer fiction and occasionally I create drawings out of it. That said, I am doing the small Booktuber tag, which I was tagged by Booky Lorra. Thank you very much. It is a pleasure to do this one. I think it's a really cool response to some of the changes which has been happening on YouTube, and it's a way of bringing smaller YouTubers or booktubers together and being able to share that platform. Apparently this tag was originally created by Dai Kitty Reads, I hope. There's a couple of different versions of this floating around, but I'm basing this on the one which I was tagged in by Booky Lorra. So I will just go straight into the questions. So the first question is to introduce yourself. So my name's Ollie Bliss, and this is my channel, which is Book Draw, which is all about queer fiction. So if you're someone who identifies under the spectrum of LGBTQIA+, then this is a place where hopefully you'll find some content which is relevant to you. If you are a straight ally, then welcome. Or if you're someone who is generally questioning or curious, then hopefully here you will see something that you'll enjoy. Occasionally I enjoy basically responding to some of the things I read and turn them into little artworks. I haven't done one in a little while, and that's just because I've updated my computer really recently, but new art content will be produced soon. The next question is, how long have you been on Booktube? And I kind of forgot all about this, but literally last year, around this sort of time, I started. Because I started last year because it was the beginning of LGBT History Month, and so aligned it to that, and so it's like been a year. It's been a year, which is really cool. The next question is, what type of videos do you make? And I make a range. I don't think I've fully formed my channel identity, and I'm inconsistent with my timing, which I'm unapologetic for because I have a job. But I try and do semi-regular content as much as possible. So I do the speed drawings, I do reviews of books, but I've also done some collaborations, and if I go off and do a visit, I'll talk about that as well. And I also chip into other Booktube community related things, like I'm doing Rereadathon and I'm doing February at the moment. So you can see a bit of a few different types of content, but it's usually under the broader heading of something a bit more queer. Next question is, what do you love about Booktube? And I would say, what is not to love? This community has really broadened my horizons in terms of the way in which YouTube works and functions and how you can get something out of it. I would say to anybody who feels a bit ambivalent about what Booktube is, it's just a really cool platform where you can connect to other people who have shared similar interests. And if you're terrified of putting your face in front of a camera, I would just say, just try it. No one, it's a really safe space, everybody's really supportive, and they just want to hear your thoughts about books. So if you're talking to other booktubers, they would love to see you and love to connect with you, and I think that's really magical actually. All these other people from around the world have something which is a similar framework of interest, and their personalities draw me in, and then the things that they're discussing kind of light up with things that I'm interested in. The next question is, what types of books do you enjoy reading? And I enjoy a mixture. I do enjoy some queer books predominantly, and this channel does focus on that, but outside of that dynamic, I love reading dystopian novels. I love where there's an element of struggle and there's someone who is rising against that. I think that's very inspiring to read, particularly in the current climate. So anything that is surrounding around that. I enjoy memoirs or fictional memoirs where it's focusing on a person's identity and their sense of place. I find that really interesting. I also enjoy adventure, fantasy, sci-fi, so I do like quite a lot. Next question is, what is the favourite video you have ever made? And I wouldn't say it's one particular video, I would just say collaborations in general, because each of the collaborative videos that I've done have been a lot of fun. They're actually harder work than I was expecting them to be in terms of actually arranging them and doing them, but you just actually get to reach out and connect to the other people that you've been chatting with online, like on a different level, and that's really, really rewarding, and it's lovely to have like an output at the end of it. So collaborations are definitely really good fun, and I want to do more. So if you want to do some with me, feel free to go, hey, let's collaborate, because that would be cool. Okay, so the last question is to tag other people, and I want to do this in the same way that other people have done this as well. Where if you want to tell me about your channel, please add a link below and tell me a bit about yourself, because then hopefully other people can see you, who you are, if I've not mentioned you. If you are over 1,000 subscribers, I'm not going to mention you, and if you've already done this, I have done a look through just to try and give different names, so I will be naming people who have not done this tag. Okay, so I've got a list of different people because I think it's an important part of this process is to help share and advocate for other small booktubers. Please do go and check these channels out. All of these are under 1,000 subscribers, and they'd really appreciate you going out and seeing them and having a go with some of their content. First of all, Nathan James, who is another Northern booktuber. He's a charming but very mouthy and opinionated person who is a delight to watch. The next one is Rachel Louise Atkin, who I mentioned in my last video, but I'll mention her again because this is a different type of platform. She's based over in Sheffield, and I think her videos are cracking. She's got a wonderful, warm personality. Next person I want to talk about is Whatpageareyouon. He is awesome. Lots of people should be checking out his channel. He's really articulate about his view on books, and he really analyses the content, and he comes out with some really interesting statements and insights which are quite refreshing and has a very unique point of view. The next one is Onyx Pages, and she's someone who I've literally only just found out about, and that was through another person I'm tagging, which is Chris Vigilante, who I have collaborated in the past. Hello, but he is an amazing, bubbly person, and she just recently got in touch saying that from a shout out that he gave. See, it's a really lovely community in that way, and so I checked out her channel. Likewise, someone else who's recently discovered me, Tom Talks Books. He is a lovely, lovely individual. He's so sweet. The Little Book Berry, I love her video formats. She also has this very sweet, innocent type of personality. Jules D, who is a personal friend of mine who hasn't done a video in a couple of months. I hope me shouting out to her is prompting her to create more content, because I think the world needs more of Jules D. And likewise, I'm hoping that a bit of peer pressure on SpamMade is going to encourage her to do this video as well, because I know Booky Lorra has also nominated her for this tag too. Nominate Book Your Imagination because her videos are completely joyous, and I looked through her feed, and I don't think she's done this one, and I think her responses will be interesting, but also I think more people should know about her, and her personality is pure joy as well. I also really want to shout out to Thags, who I think are absolutely hilarious, completely captivating to watch. If you want just to go and switch off and have a good 5-10 minutes and relax with a pair of incredible women who read a ton of books, but also have a real kind of fun and critical eye when they're talking about the books that they're discussing. They're just hilarious to watch, they're really engaging, and they also enjoy a bit of a drink, and combining the two is really quite nice. Someone else who enjoys a little bit of a drink as they're talking about their books is Shawn the Book Maniac. I don't think he has done this one either, so I want to shout out to him. We've collaborated in the past, did a video called page 112, which is where you read 3 books at page 112, and it does create surprising results, and it makes you look at reading in a different way. Next person I want to shout out is Willowreads. She has the softest personality. It's so sweet and sincere, but she's also relatively new, and I think a bit of support would be great from people. And last but no means least is the wonderful Zane Books Nooks. He just makes me happy. He just makes me happy every time that I watch his videos. To me, is kind of the spirit of Booktube, where he wants to really bring people together. He's doing his degree at the moment, so he hasn't been doing as much content right at this moment, but I hope that he does keep on checking in regularly, because he's a delight. He's a sheer delight. Anyway, those are the booktubers which I recommend people check out. I will add all their links below. You are all officially tagged. I hope that you take part, and I hope you introduce a lot more other interesting booktubers to the community so that we can share our collective knowledge and introduce more booktubers to more people and just share the joy, basically. Anyway, this is enough from me. I will see you again soon. Right, bye.